that is that like first date pressure is at an all-time high. You have to make an impression on date one. And this is because of the advent. Again, we're always looking at like how, well, at least I am as a dating expert, I'm always looking at the social cultural influences. And so the advent of online dating really changed things because, to your point, prior to online dating, most people met through their social
Right.
circles. They met through friends, family, work, school, community activities, and because of that, one, there was usually a certain level of amount of social interaction that occurred before the first date actually happened. People may have been interacting for weeks, months, maybe even years before they actually went out on the first
That's a
date.
very good point.
And so this also gave grace for chemistry to develop and for people to collect information about the person to establish whether or not there was compatibility there.
Well, and also maybe too, people that they know, so there's, you have other background information before you go on a date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so by the time people went on first dates, they already had a lot of information about the person to assess, am I interested in this person? Could we be a good long-term fit? Maybe, the chemistry wasn't instantaneous, but after interacting over weeks, months, maybe even years, it started to develop and strengthen. And so by the time the first date happened, people were already invested. And
Right.
so now people are meeting for the first time. Most people are meeting for the first time on first dates because most people are either meeting online or through dating services. And so now what used to take place over weeks, months, maybe even years, people are expecting to happen within, on average, in an hour and a half to 2 hour period, because that's how long the average first date is. And so they're like, all right, if I'm not collecting all the information I think I need to know in a satisfactory way, in a way that doesn't trigger, my trauma or raise any potential like, assumed red flags, and if I'm not feeling that chemistry instantaneously, they're not going to continue to invest if things aren't delivered perfectly, and if they're not feeling that chemistry instantaneously. And so that means that people have to make a great first impression with an hour and a half to 2 hour period. It's a lot of
A lot
pressure.
of pressure. Yeah, and sometimes you're just not on your game.
Right. Right. Sometimes exactly.
I mean, I don't.
Sometimes you had a bad day. It's, and it's unfortunate. One of the things that I coach clients on a lot is how to overcome this first date pressure and how to like put their best foot forward.